Okay, first video in our series on polynomials, we're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. And this is pretty straightforward stuff. If you're adding two polynomials, basically you can just drop the parentheses around each polynomial and combine like terms. Remember, a like term is a term that has the exact same variables with the exact same exponents on them. However, their coefficients may be different. If we are subtracting two polynomials, this is likewise relatively simple. Basically, you're going to take that subtraction sign, that negative sign that's on in front of one of them, distribute that into that to the polynomial that's being subtracted, and then basically you're adding at that point, just combine like terms. So let's look at just one quick example here. This looks like kind of a messy problem, but I assure you it's going to go pretty quickly for us. So this first polynomial is, we don't have any subtraction going on out in front, so I'm just going to go ahead and kill these parentheses. We don't really need them there. Same thing in this second polynomial. These parentheses are really unnecessary. They're there just to kind of group things together, but for our purposes, we don't need them. Now, the last set of parentheses here is important because it's telling us we do have a -1 on the outside that needs to get distributed in here. So we need to multiply that into each of the three terms on the inside, which is going to end up giving us a negative 3a squared b squared. We're going to have a negative a to the fourth, and a negative times a negative. That's going to turn that into a positive 5a cubed b squared. And everything else stays as it is. So what we need to do now is go through and combine like terms. We're going to try and match up any like terms with the same variables. So we'll start here with this 5ab and scan through until we can find another term that also has an a and a b, both to the first power. I see another one here that happens to have the same coefficient, but the important thing is that it's a and b both to the first power. And those are the only two that I see. Everything else is either missing an a or a b or has different exponents. So let's go ahead and combine those together. We're just going to add the coefficients out in front. 5 and 5 is going to give us 10, and the a and the b are not going to change at all. So taking care of those, and I'll cross them out to make sure we don't accidentally come back and try and put them in again. So next up, I see a 2a squared b cubed. So I'm looking for a squared b cubes. I see another one here. There's the 3 there, and I got an a cubed b squared, but I need the square to be on the a. So no. Yeah, that's the only other one I see. So I've got a 2 and a 3 that's going to combine to give me a 5 a squared b cubed. And we'll cross those out. Next up, I got an a to the fourth b squared. So I'm looking for another a to the fourth b squared, and I do not see any more at all. So we'll just go ahead and bring that guy down. Nobody to combine you with. That's fine. All right, what do we got up next? Run out of colors here. A to the fourth, a -1 a to the fourth. And I got a 5a to the fourth, and over here I've got another -1 a to the fourth. So I got 5 minus 1 would give us positive 3 a to the fourths. And let's cross those guys out. All right. We've got, well, the only other two things that we have are not going to combine together, so I guess we can just go ahead and bring them down as part of our solution here. So this is a pretty messy solution, but as far as we're going to be able to take it. So we got a negative 3a squared b squared and a positive 5a cubed b squared. Let's do a quick check and make sure that I didn't miss anything that can be combined, but no, I'm not seeing anything. So this would be our final answer, kind of a mess. But keep in mind, all we're really doing is distributing some negatives and combining some like terms.